Hey, my name is Matt Cruz. This is my persuasive speech, and what I'm going to try to do is persuade y'all into realizing that Android is a way better device than any Apple product is. So I'm talking about tablets, phones, computers. The first thing I'm going to talk about is kind of the history of Apple. Apple started really early in the company, even making a landline phone back in 93, I think it was. And just progressed on. They were leading sales in the cell phone industry because back when they had competition, it was BlackBerry. It was when Android first came out. So when Android first came out, their sales were pretty much at the bottom because their software wasn't even, where Apple was. So, and that all changed in 2010. So in 2010, when Samsung and HTC started making more devices, not only here but in China, the sales grew for Android, kind of lowering it for iPhones. So in September of 2012, actually Samsung's Galaxy S3 beat Apple sales in over $1 million. It just kept on going from there, and that was just in America. Over the world, Samsung has done past Apple sales by $5 million all over just as a whole company. And don't get me wrong, if anybody watching this has, or anybody in the crowd, which you don't, have an Apple, I mean, they are, good products for certain people, but mostly Android is the best. With the designs, you have screens over 5 inches. You have widgets. What a widget is an interactive app on your home screen, so you can look through people's statuses on Facebook. You can check your weather. The weather actually goes with you if you choose to put your location on. So let's say, for example, we're here in Christiansburg. When we drive to Blacksburg here in about 2 hours, my location will switch and show me the weather for Blacksburg. If I go take a vacation, it's going to switch and show me the weather for Myrtle Beach, or for Pennsylvania, or for New York. And Apple has that, but it's a manual app that you even have to click in to see it. Also, Apple was the most returned phone. It was the most worked on and handset replaced through insurances because of the pure glass on the front and back of the screen. Also, they didn't have the universal charger that everybody was used to. So it used to be back in the day whenever you got a new phone, you got a new charger, and if you lost that charger, then it was right to the convenience store, to the supermarket, to pay $30 to get your charger that you didn't have or couldn't have access to. And Android had kind of seen that and made a universal charger. So now, since 2006, all the chargers have been the same, and Apple just hasn't followed that. They actually changed it when the iPhone 5 came out. They put a new charger in it that you have to pay $30, if you lose it. And I've had the iPhone 5, and I gave it its fair shake, and I lost my charger 3 different times. So I paid an extra $90 just to charge my phone. Also, as well, with the Apple market, if you have your phone over 4 months and you go to call Apple Care, they're going to charge you $30 to even talk to you. So from previous videos, I know that y'all seen that I worked at Verizon. We even had a case where a woman was willing to pay that $30 to have her phone worked on, to even be troubleshooted on, and then it came to a point where Apple just told them that there was nothing that they could do for her, so she paid $30 just to hear that there's nothing that they can do for her. Also, as well, Apple doesn't train anybody to troubleshoot their devices except for Apple. So you have to call Apple Care. You can't call Verizon, or you can't call Sprint and Telos to figure out what's going on with your phone. You have to call Apple itself. With the design, with the iPhone 4S, 4, and 5, they have the antennas on the sidebars. And the thing about that is that if you hold it in a certain way, you're going to lose signal. And that was the most, complained on thing for Apple when iPhone 4, 4S came out. They kind of tried to, redesign itself and put new antennas, but still it's the same old thing. From going from the iPhone 4S to the 5, you're really not even getting any much, any much different than what you're having. You actually got just an extra row of icons, but other than that, you still have the same phone. So there's nothing new that you're actually getting. The camera is not that better, because if you even know what a megapixel is, just how much you can blow it up. So the fact that they went from an 8 megapixel camera to an 8 megapixel HD camera, it's just how big you can blow it up. So on the phone, it's going to look similar. You just got something, a phone from the 4S to the 5 just went smaller. Like I said, you had the new lightning cable that you have to pay $30 for. So basically, when you have an iPhone 5, you're just spending money. When it goes to the App Store, the Android App Store has over 100,000 more free apps than the Apple Store. And just me, myself, I don't pay for apps, so I just think that's more convenient to get all my stuff for free instead of paying 99 cents. With the Apple, if you like to listen to music, if you're a music person, when you buy something through iTunes, that can only go on your iDevice. So it can only go on an iPad or iPod, iPhone. You can't put it on your MP3 player that your aunt got you for Christmas. I know that stinks, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But that's really all I can really think about at this point. I mean, you can probably look it up and just see that even though everybody has it, it's not really the best thing. They say that the Apple iPhone was designed for teenage girls and old women, just from the simplicity of it. So you can go out. I will just advise you to actually test your phone, see what you're going to get out of it before you just go out and buy an iPhone and try to keep up with the Joneses. But that's about it.